Kia ora. I'm Tom Hamilton from Rainbow Youth. Obviously, we work with queer youth, queer and trans, whawhawhine, whaka, wahine youth, who come. I mean, most of the inquiries we get, the youngest inquiry I would, in age group, would be around 9 through to 12. The interesting part of your presentation was the work you do with parents and positive role modelling for parents. And I guess what was coming to mind when I watched your presentation was I just spent Saturday at the Grey Lynn Festival, which is, you know, a very cool area in Auckland, but with our youth at the stall, who were probably 16 through to 20, if young people with parents at all looked at our stall, they got the good shoulder yank, and they weren't allowed to be involved in our table. They had to be moved on. So I'm just, I just see a lot of potential there. Would a program that looked at, you know, reducing stigma around difference of sexuality or even ability be something which could be funded by by Skip if it was aimed at parents to help with that area? Because it's very hard for us to get parents to get engaged with our community organisation because they're just as scared to come to us as their kids are. So we've got a double whammy, you know.
Talk to us.
Yes. You know, if you've got an idea about something that you'd like to do, we have a local initiative fund. It's about working with parents, and we're really interested in talking to people about the ideas they've got and what they might want to do. So I'll give you my card after and come and talk to us. Cool.
Kia ora tātou, te tuatahi e mihi ana ki tō tātou kaumātua I tū whera tō tātou rā, mō tātou, ka nui te mihi kia koe e te rangatira. Huri atu hoki kia kōrua Lorraine and Sarah. I'm a new koro, if you like, got a couple of mokopunas now. I work with alternative education tauira, students, and it's very, very difficult. It's not a question I have for you guys. I'd just like to say that one thing that came for me from what I've just seen is the word aroha, and I think that we sometimes miss saying that to our tamariki, our children, you know. For me, that's very, very important. I'm passionate about all of my tamariki, my children, and the mokos. So that's what I've seen there, and you know, what happens today is that I think that a lot of our younger generation don't really know how to become parents. And I'm going to do something different too. I used to get told off by my mum about when I was bringing up my children, but I'm not going to do that with my children. For me, they're going to become the parents, and I'm just going to become the koro. And just sit back, listen, and just awhi and love them. I think a lot of us miss telling our tamariki and our mokopuna how much we love them, you know, and we need to tell them that how much we love them, how much we're proud of them, because sometimes we're afraid to say those things to them, or we don't often say it enough. And you know, for all our mums here, for all our mums that are going to become mums, they work 24/7, and for a lot of us guys, you know, we can walk in the door and walk out the door. See you later, alligator. And I'd just like to say thank you very much for that presentation, because I think it's important for all of us. So kia ora tātou.
Kia ora.
Tēnā koe. I just want to say to you, thank you for that. You've just given me a great idea. That our next DVD will be Koro's Voices. We'll come to you.
Yeah, hi there. My name's Liz Spence. I'm from Whakatane. I had the pleasure of being in ED on Sunday morning with my 9-year-old. Nothing serious, but while I was sitting there, I saw your leaflets up on the wall, And I do have a child with special needs, and he's giving us a hard time at the moment. And I took down some of your leaflets and read them, and they were excellent. So I really would recommend them, you know, to say to other people to use them. He's not 5, he's 7. But, you know, a lot of the things that were in there were really appropriate to me. Nothing that I didn't know, but it was just reminding me, hey, take that step back. You know, take a breath. You're allowed to go and have a bit of time out. Yeah, they were really wonderful resources. And in fact, I gave them to his older brother to read, just, you know, because he obviously has some of the hassles that I have as well, living with a child with special needs. So thank you for having them out there. I'm sure that there's lots of other mums who'd like the opportunity to say thank you as well. Okay.
Thank you.
Frank Darby, Department of Labour. We've been working on workplace bullying for some years now, and in the present draft guidance we've got 5 suggestions to employers about effectively creating a workplace climate where bullying can't flourish, based on common sense and the literature. Now I have 6. So I have a question. When I write your 6 factors into the bullying guideline as a 6th alternative, do you think it would be wise to acknowledge the source?
It depends how good your resource is going to be. Come and talk to us.
Prudence Stone again. What kind of messaging do you do for parents around becoming smoke-free and role modelling freedom from tobacco and setting that policy, that smoke-free policy in their homes?
I'm thinking, Prudence, about what we're doing about that.
Must be something in Aroha Action, isn't it?
And can I help?
Yes. There's stuff in Aroha in Action about the kind of environment you want your children to be brought up in. There's nothing specifically about tobacco. Well, it's about other kinds of smoke. But it's not specifically about tobacco. But yeah, that's a really interesting one. It's really important in that we do some resources which talk about sudden unexpected death and prevention of SUDI, cot death prevention, and they have stuff about smoke-free and face-up and all those kinds of things. So there's bits there. I'd need to think what we've got, but we'd be interested in talking about that too.
I'm Eleanor from Wesley. One of the things that we've been thinking about is grandparenting, in terms of the role that grandparents have with parents.
Yes.
And it's really what this gentleman was talking about, where grandparents are undermining of some of the new lessons that parents are learning.
Yep.
And I'm really interested in the potential for us to work, maybe in collaboration with you guys, around that. Yeah. Is that an idea?
Yes, absolutely. We're really interested in stuff. I mean, one of the things that we're looking at the moment is how you support, how people around a new parent support that parent, and that's everyone, family, friends, neighbours, grandparents, and how you are helpful. I think someone else was talking about that, about what is your role as a grandparent and how do you do that, and what has changed since you were a parent yourself. What do we want to hang on to? It's all that conscious grandparenting, I suppose, rather than conscious parenting. So that's really interesting. Yeah.
Cool.